Hey dumplings, it's David Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about a sensitive issue involving V, which he has been called a racist. And this is of course towards the Black Lives Matter movement. I honestly have some thoughts, as you would imagine. I'm going to be reading some of the comments, some of the things that have been said, some of the things that we're talking towards him about. I already know I'm going to get hate either from the title or for the fact that I'm even talking about this. But it's important to talk about. And you can go ahead and attack me if you will, or you can go ahead and attack this channel if you believe issues like this don't need to be talked about. We also have Jungkook's photos recently being deleted online. Not just him, but people feel like it might be due to him. We're going to be talking about everything here today, and let's just jump into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's jump into it. Now, the first thing I want to address is, of course, the Black Lives Matter movement, or BLM, whichever you prefer to call it. If you don't know what is going on, you must be living under a rock. But no fear, I do not discriminate against rock-living people. I shall give some context. This movement has been going on for a while, and I've kind of talked about it here and there on my channel, but I think with these recent turn of events with George Floyd dying, it kind of just tipped the scale on the Black Lives Matter movement. A lot of people just had enough, and it's a lot of celebrities who've been very vocal about it on social media, supporting the movement and all that stuff. It would be a shock or a surprise if BTS didn't know what was going on. I think they're very much aware of what is happening. They're always an advocate for human rights, whether that's gay rights or human race rights. So these claims on Taeyang make zero sense to me. I don't agree. Taeyang, I believe, was on Weverse kind of posting photos of himself. Little selkas, you know, naughty pics sometimes, shirtless selkas, you know what I mean? It kind of helps a lot of people forget what is going on in the world right now, and maybe they don't need to forget, but it's good to have an escape. If you don't know what's going on with this, is a lot of people looking at celebrities or anyone with a platform and telling them that they have to speak up on that platform, saying that no one should be kind of kept quiet about this right now. And yes, I totally agree. Everyone should be speaking out if they have the means to do so. But not everyone has the means to do so, and I'll get into that later. I have personally spoken up on my end, but that is my choice. TikTok is kind of my bigger platform, and that's kind of where I've spoken up about it. I get more views over there, so I did kind of say something over there. But for the people who aren't speaking up, a lot of it has to do with the past 3 months. I can't be the only one that's getting panic attacks like every day with everything going on. Sometimes we just need one platform where we can kind of forget and get away from it. Mind you, BTS has many platforms, whether that's TV, whether that's social media, or whether that's Weverse. Weverse is not their biggest platform, but what we're going to talk about today does revolve around Weverse. But if they were to speak up, it wouldn't be on Weverse. It would probably be on Twitter, or they would make a YouTube video, or they will donate, which we will also get into later. A lot of people were just angry that Taeyang was posting selfies on his platform instead of actually speaking up. You honestly don't know what they do behind the scenes, who they support or who they're quietly supporting, which is totally okay to do. If you can only quietly support, then you do that. You can't expect everyone to support in the same way. I wanted to read some of the comments just so you know what this is about and what I am talking about. And these are the things that have been said. One person wrote this: I honestly can't believe Taeyang right now. I've always known G was racist. He doesn't deserve any of the live he's bit his fans. He's going around kikiing, but he can't help spread awareness for black fans. He knows what's going on. A bunch of K-pop idols have posted about it. Why haven't BTS? They deserve all the hate they're getting for being racist. They only care about their Korean fan, and you know it. Stop trying to protect them, and they're not your kids. I've trusted them, but I think it's time we've all stopped showing them support they do not deserve. Okay, first off, the grammatical errors show that this person is probably like, what, 5 years old? This person has to be a troll. I'm probably gonna hide their username and censor it out, but it's like Taekook something. How are you a Taekook supporter, but always knew Taeyang was racist? Some of these comments, man, it's like your brain just isn't there. I can't understand why people choose to leave comments like this, just to hate on someone. Don't you have anything else you'd rather be doing right now? Go play a game, go talk to a friend or something. Although these people probably don't have friends. How about better your life instead of taking down a celebrity? It's annoying because a lot of these BTS members actually read what is posted on Weverse. Imagine Taeyang reading that. Like, he knows he's not racist. Because if the username says Taekook something, Taeyang is going to be more hurt because they're going to feel like this person used to be a fan. But when in reality, this isn't even a fan. This is barely a person. These comments seriously don't make any sense to me at all. It really makes it hard to believe and to take any of these comments seriously. Another comment wrote this: Bleep Taeyang. He is the most insensitive and racist piece of bleep I've ever seen. He is kikiing around and posting selfies here while black people are dying. He saw everything here and it's all over the Korean news, but still doesn't care to even address it when so many other K-pop idols are doing so. Hope he rots in bleep. Now, you're clearly just not a BTS fan, and that's fine. But you don't need to go ahead and hate on someone. The point that is being made here is that Taeyang is extremely racist because he's posting selfies and talking and flirting with armies. That's what we're calling racism now? If you so strongly believe he needs to be talking about this, he needs to be saying more, then a simple, Taeyang, please talk about Black Lives Matter movement, it'll mean so much to us would be fine. It's totally enough because if Taeyang gets enough of those comments, he'll then address it, right? But what's the point of doing this? Not only does it make K-pop fans look insane, even if Taeyang were to write a post after reading all of these comments, he's not gonna wanna do it. He's only doing it so that these comments calling him racist would stop. Because this is just plain harassment. So stop this. It's honestly literally crazy. These K-pop idols and their platform is not yours to say what they should and should not post on there. No one can go and tell you what you should and should not post on your Twitter, on your Facebook. Taeyang is also in a label or an agency. Now, I don't know the specific rules of Big Hit and what their policies are on talking about political things. However, a lot of agencies do try to ask you to stay away from those things. Obviously, a selfie is not controversial. Talking about political things can be controversial. And usually agencies try to have their K-pop idols not talk about these things. And if they were to talk about it, or if they have to talk about it, it has to get ran through the agency, it has to get approved, and all that stuff. So why are you pressed about him not talking about it? Just give him time. He'll probably address it eventually, if this was the case. But Big Hit actually did donate $1 million to the foundation of Black Lives Matter movement, and this wasn't just Big Hit. BTS also joined in and donated some as well. Meaning both of them donated, and then BTS tweeted on Twitter, "We should stand up against racism." And of course, they do. Also, BTS experiences racism too, so you know that this is something they hold heavy in their heart. They obviously don't experience racism to the extent of black people, but they do experience some racism. And of course, they realize that that's not okay. And it doesn't feel good for people to be racist against you. They know this. So stop this insanity. Stop this "he isn't speaking up" thing. Just look into it and you'll see that he has spoken up about it. Like, if you're gonna go make this insane claims where you're telling someone to go die and you're really hating on them, like, these comments aren't just like, "Oh my god, I'm unfollowing you," but these are like, "Go die," then at the very least, you could have done the research to figure out what was going on. Because you seem so passionate about this issue. You're only writing that because you know some people will read that and unstand. That's your whole point of writing that. But you know what? Better off. If those people who don't look into things, don't do their research, if they unstand, then good for them. Because those are the fans that are in the fandom that make the fandom toxic. Better off to not have them. I don't feel bad for losing someone like that. Those people end up causing harm to BTS. BTS never done anything that should make you even slightly concerned over the whole racism thing. At least in my opinion. Their whole American debut, people have been racist towards them. They know this. Why would they then go be racist? That makes no sense. BTS is obviously in some hot water right now. It seems like when they don't have a scandal, people are trying to start one. In the recent turn of events was ignited that a news source leaked out that Jungkook was in Itaewon when people were expecting him to kind of stay at home and social distance. Obviously, Big Hit has come out and kind of apologized for this, which has of course confirmed that he was in the area and that the news source was correct. This is me talking about Dispatch, of course. And Dispatch is known to expose a lot of K-pop idols, whether that's who they're allegedly dating, or they even expose possible scandals like this one with Jungkook. But recently, if you go to their social media page, Dispatch, you'll see all the BTS posts were deleted. I think a lot of other K-pop idol content was deleted too, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it's literally just BTS. But a lot of people believe it was due to the Itaewon scandal, which doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to me. But they were said that they just wanted to delete all the photos of Jungkook, which is why they think they deleted them, allegedly, but I don't know. There's also alleged theories that are made up by fans that Dispatch had a contract with Big Hit. I really don't know about that. Apparently this has been going on for years, and this is why Dispatch has never said anything bad about them. But of course, once the contract ended, began to reveal some scandals. I don't know about that theory. I don't know if that's true. I've personally never heard of a news agency signing a contract with a celebrity just to not report on their issues, but I don't know. It's interesting when people talk about the content being removed. It's like all the content was apparently good things about BTS, and now all those good things are gone, which is why people suspect that the contract is over. And now Dispatch will only put up bad things about BTS. A lot of armies are scared of this, and also that BTS might be under attack now. It's interesting because I personally don't think BTS has anything to hide. They're not bad people, they're not going out doing scandals all the time, and they show so much of their lives already. They have their docu-series, they have Bon Voyage, BTS Run. I don't think there would be anything kind of to expose. I think Jungkook going outside was the first time he really did something that maybe people were mad about, and he's definitely going to be more careful going forward. I think any news source that wants to try and find bad things to happen can try to go and find those bad things. But I trust them. I trust my boys. I know they're not going to do anything bad. And even if there's some sort of scandal going on, it's going to be like dumb scandals, like so-and-so is dating someone. And that's like, okay, that's cool. Let them date. I don't think at this point a lot of K-pop fans even care as much as they used to. So I have no fear if this becomes true. I think BTS will be fine, whatever the truth is. If there's any issues, they will of course address and apologize for it. But I want ARMY needs to kind of keep in mind that they're human. They're amazing human beings, but they're still human. They're going to make mistakes. We can't freak out over them, let's say, smoking a cigarette or drinking alcohol if they were to do that. Because that's normal, and that's a lot of things that people do. Especially if they do things in America, things like that will seem a lot more normal to them. They might pick up these things in America because these things are not even considered slightly a big deal in America. Like if you heard of an American celebrity smoking weed, it's like cool. You hear a K-pop idol smoking weed, it's jail for 5 years. I wish that was a joke. So very different. I won't hold them to this kind of picture perfect image because that's just not possible. They're human in my book. So open your book and take notes. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for the comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over to my Patreon and kind of check that out. Anything you can contribute over there really does help give back to this channel, make the videos better on here, all that jazz. So I really do hope you go ahead and check that out. You can also get exclusive content over there. So the music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff over there on my Patreon. I'll leave a link in the top of the description down below so you can check that out. There's also 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video. So make sure you click on one of those videos and I'll see you over there. Bye.